Oh my God.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Top of the time zone. I'm Alan C. You're with Johnny J in the house, here on the Intervision FM universe. You're not going to want to miss today's podcast. Brought to you by Bonefields Foundation, Chinook Foundation, Christian Brothers Moving Company, Englewood, Colorado. Also, Richard Damiano of the Littleton Eye Clinic. Stay with us.
Oh my God.
That's who we love, and that's who we serve.
It's running out? Yeah. Hi, everybody. This is the Godfather Soul James Brown. I tell you, this business is on. My man is on. Check him out. This is the Godfather Soul James Brown saying stay with it and hit it.
Well, okay. Thank you very much.
Me or Trump, and you ain't black.
It seems like he's stuck on 2020. Oh man, that is
Stuck
like,
on 2020. Have you seen some of his latest ads and stuff on?
no,
the interwebs?
no. What propaganda is he putting out there?
I don't know. I was going to ask you because
Oh,
honestly, I wonder if he's going to do another repeat of the basement campaign that was so successful in his past.
man, I can't wait. I mean, this is exciting. I mean, I can't wait because I don't want time to take that fast. But it's going to be one interesting thing. Well, supposedly the geeks took some things off my computer, which I sort of like need for certain other programs, and they said that they fixed it. So we shall see. We shall see what happens.
Make it faster again, huh?
Yeah,
Fixed it. All they're going to do is make it to where it doesn't overclock. Basically all it's doing is overclocking. It's an older machine, which nothing wrong with older tech. It's just, well, anyway.
yeah.
So how's everybody doing on this fine Wednesday that's actually our Friday?
Yes.
My Thursday.
It's your Thursday. Yes, I
Yeah.
forgot about that. It's your Thursday. It's our everybody else's Wednesday, and it's our Friday. So we're a bunch of time traveling fools. It's
Monday, Thursday.
Yes. And we want you people to like, share, subscribe, donate. And on some of these shows, you're going to see like a place where you can get our t-shirts. It's at teesprings.com/Innovision FM.
Mhm.
And Teesprings, .com/Tony, TONIN, and you can see the t-shirts from there too. But on some of these things, when I upload it, I can actually show the t-shirts, which I haven't learned how to do that live yet.
Oh, so all you do is you just go to your own YouTube channel, the dashboard part.
Mhm.
And then what you do is you share your screen as if you're sharing your screen right now. And all that info is right there. You see what I'm saying? So you bring up what you see normally on your dashboard, right?
Yeah.
And all you do is you just share your screen on Zoom that way. It's a live stream. Poof. I mean, miracle of modern technology. It's really that simple. Going to do something similar right now, shortly as we get into some of these topics.
Hey,
And
did I
go
tell
ahead.
you about the topic? What I don't know if I put it up there, but they were showing. I guess is going viral. Is girls? I'm not sure if they're teenagers or what, but they're having a romance with this guy, this AI TikTok guy.
Yes.
Did I? Yeah, sure. Yeah, I did share
Yes,
that.
you totally did. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. So we're going to talk a little bit about AI, the future of dating. The bottom line is this, folks. We have gotten to a place where we don't get out there and we don't meet each other anymore. Gone are the days where you go to the bar and you score a lady and you, well, I mean, sorry. I'm
Or
from
even
the
go
old
to the
days.
church or
You
in
go
a
to the
supermarket
church,
and
or go to the
run your buggy
right,
into her
run
butt
your
or
buddy. Exactly. That kind of thing. So, the bottom line is we have become too high tech and not enough high touch anymore. Where we get together over a cup of coffee or even a first date type situation, simple meal, sharing of time. Um, Anymore, it's become a situation where women especially have fallen prey to this because what has cropped up these days is a phenomena where you can literally download chat gpt to your phone or access it via the web on your desktop, and you can have it install certain things,
Hmm,
certain voices of celebrities,
yeah.
certain ways of speaking. And there's one out there in particular that's being, uh, what do you call that, featured. There's some TikTok videos out there, and it's like something like Dan or something,
Yes,
dating
Dan.
Dan or something crazy like that. And yeah, so these ladies are just swooning over old Dan, because Dan is kind of a wild child, and it's always been said that ladies love a bad boy, and
Oh man.
so it's interesting because what's highlighted on some of these TikTok videos is this guy going, "Yeah, yeah, I want you to cheat on your boyfriend with me. I want you to, do all these things." Yeah, man,
All right.
it's pretty crazy, and I would imagine that guys are falling prey to this as well because uh, if guys they'll often run into a situation where abundance isn't the first thing on their mind. If they
Or the
lack
one,
something, they
yep.
cry about it.
Yeah.
What's
And
that?
Or the one Dan.
Yeah, yeah, they
uh,
want Dan. They want Dan.
Diane.
Diane.
He's-
Dan or Diane. Hey, there you
yeah.
go.
Well, on Howard Stern, there was
Yeah.
this one guy. He was a
Mhm.
dwarf, yes, and he would save up all of his money, or save up his money for a whole year just to go down to the ranch. I think it's in Vegas.
Oh, the
Yeah,
Mustang Ranch.
yeah. And I said, wow. I mean, I just can't imagine that there's not a woman, a short woman, or even if you're dwarf, I mean, there's women that are just 5'2", or I don't know. I just can't imagine where you have to you if you can see, you can look around, somebody, somebody. But I guess in some people's cases, I guess maybe he wanted a certain type, maybe, or but I don't know, man. It's just so weird that you would save up your Social Security money, enough money in your Social Security for a whole year, so you, so you could go down to the ranch. But that is pretty wild.
I got to say that
You did say so.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's basically what it is. Yeah. Oh man. So
and the thought is that AI will eventually get to a place where you don't have to worry about that so much. You never have to.
Hope there's no
you never have
elephants involved.
But the
yeah,
essential thought behind it, you never have to take a trip without ever have to leave the farm.
yeah,
How does that work?
yeah, man.
But
And
artificial intelligence, man, it is here to stay. And
what was that movie that people were always they were all hooked up to a computer and they were living in this
oh, there's Matrix, I
yeah,
think. The
yeah, the
Matrix.
Matrix, yeah. So
Right.
it looks like we're getting closer and closer to that,
That's right.
you
That's right.
know. And then there was this
What
one
makes you
computer.
think we aren't in it?
Well,
Very well
uh,
could be. Very well could be. I
It
was just
was
thinking about that today.
it was this one thing where this girl and this guy, they were playing this game, and this guy was attacking this girl, and she said, "Get off of me!" And people were just saying, "Turn off your computer."
That's absolutely insane.
Like, gee,
Oh
so
man.
it's this world. It's moving fast, and so if you're not,
Definitely on the
yeah.
ground floor of this stuff. It's not going away.
Yeah, and for some reason, I put together video AI or whatever of the story about P. Diddy, and I thought it was pretty good, but I was kind of uploaded to YouTube, and it will not see it. And I did a real good job of making it tell the story down to the T.
That story blew up since yesterday.
Yeah, and I'm kind of uploaded to YouTube.
Same
And
with the Baltimore Bridge too.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah, shoot.
That,
Oh,
that
and
was
somebody says
expensive.
they investigated that so quickly, but nobody's saying could it be like something from a terrorist?
Well, I just look at it this way. There's a lot of traffic that goes across that bridge, and it's going to take potentially 5 years because I guess it took like 5 years to build it the first time. It's going to take, maybe 5 years potentially to get it back up to 100% capacity.
Hmm.
What does that thing
Well,
transport? Doesn't it
they're,
do
they're
some?
saying it was the Black Swan event that they were talking about.
Well, yeah, because doesn't it produce
It's
or doesn't it transport waste?
one. I don't know about that, but it's the major. It is the seventh busiest port in the United States.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So
Exports all the coal out of the country.
yeah. I mean, it's a
Wow.
really big deal. It's a really big deal.
So now they have to
So,
do it by helicopter or something.
well, that's the question. How do they do that? And especially, how do they do that where there is no like alternate infrastructure in place? They can just flip a switch and okay, we're switched over. I mean, shoot, there's nothing even built to do it.
Well, there was videos on it showing sparks flying and stuff from different sections of the bridge away from
That's
where the ship hit it.
see now that is interesting. That
I
tells
mean,
me
it's
some.
just like the Twin Towers.
Yep, that tells me some strange stuff. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, you guys.
And you say
Yeah.
CIA.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alphabet.
There always is a reason behind something. So stay tuned, folks. Well, what's that guy who does the Alex Jones,
Alex
the
Yeah.
Jones.
check into his show because he probably has some
Probably got
information.
some ideas.
Even Tucker Carlson, maybe even him. You never know where this is going to come from. Oh, and then I was also watching something about I guess Candace Owens was Ken, and I don't because she defended her friend Kenny West, who is bipolar. The guy is bipolar, and then he's going to say some stuff, and then I found out that the reason why he said he was going to go con was because not because of the group as a whole, but it was because of this one person who said, "Do you want us to put you back in the medical hospital and take you away from your kids?" He was talking directly to him, but he just wasn't putting it in such a way where you knew that he was talking to a specific person about this. It was some kind of trainer that he had that happened to be of that faith and was threatening him that he had the power to put him back into the padded room and drug him up and keep him away from his kids. But that part never came out. And Candace Owens she knew the backstory, and she was saying, "Hey, I'm going to stand by my friend because I know." Well, she didn't say at the time that she knew the backstory. So that, I mean, how many months ago was that? I mean, that was last year sometime.
Yeah.
And I'm
I
just
remember
now
that
finding out.
Yeah, and that's something that started last spring, as I remember.
Yeah.
It's not something I followed very, very much, simply because,
Yeah.
man, the
I
whole
just
news
heard
cycle
it
has been
and yeah,
flooded.
I just heard it and just, moved on to the next story, thinking that,
Right.
no, I'm not hearing the whole story, so I just have to sit here and wait.
That's
I'm
Yeah,
not
a
gonna
right.
sit
lot,
here
a
and wait.
lot of these people you see still on mainstream media, Candace Owen, Tucker Carlson, Joe,
Hmm.
Dan Bongino, they're just talking heads, and Alex Jones especially.
Oh yeah, yeah,
They're
yeah,
talking heads.
Uh,
They give you a certain spin that they want to send you
that's
off on a
absolutely right.
tangent with.
It's absolutely, I mean, like it or not, when you hear those names or see those faces, I would imagine, you get a certain picture and you get a certain trigger, depending upon, well, I would say trigger, but certain
They
picturing.
trigger. They trigger.
hmm,
So
yeah.
it is
So
interesting. It is interesting. You know, it is really interesting that I find fascinating is all these celebrities that are finally, after years and years, finding Jesus Christ. Things like Hulk
hmm,
Hogan in December.
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
Hulk Hogan, Jim
Wow.
Carrey.
yeah,
Yeah.
Who was the other one?
But Jim Carrey.
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw that video, and then he just it's they almost what they kind of cancel him
Yeah.
or
His name was on the Epstein list.
Epstein list and all that. Yeah, yeah.
wow. Okay, so yeah.
Uh, Speaking of Dan Bongino, his mother, God rest her soul, um, passed on recently. And he swears that he had his religious encounter. He's like, now I know there is a God. I mean,
Hmm.
you know, you'll have to check out his podcast he did on that if he still got it up. But it's a fascinating thing, and I just dig it, man, because
Yeah.
anytime there's celebrities that they come out for Jesus,
Yeah.
that's awesome, and it gives all the glory to God. And you
But
know,
most of them don't say anything about Jesus. They say, "Well, I found God."
Hmm.
What about Jesus?
right?
Yeah.
And it's
Well,
like, so how real is it?
yeah. Yeah.
Well,
If Biden can say that he's going to bring
Yeah,
Netanyahu to have a Jesus
I,
moment, what can they say? I had a Jesus moment. Yeah.
but it is kind of cool. I mean, we do have some really cool stuff coming up. The eclipse coming up on April 8th, here for the United States anyway.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna work on an AI video because I got a different type of twist to it a little bit.
mhm.
But because they were trying to lump the people, there's some people that actually believe that the earth is flat.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
do. I
Yeah.
do.
There you
Bible
go.
says so. Bible
Huh?
says so.
That is flat. I mean,
Yes.
Well, check this out. Check this out. If you take
Not
a
in so
glass
many
of
words,
water,
but the way it explains it, it's flat.
yeah.
where,
If you take a glass of water and you fill it up, it always has a flat top. And
yeah.
why
Oh,
is that? It always has a flat top.
Hmm.
It's never curved. You can tilt the glass, and the what do you call it? The surface tension of the water tilts, but it's still the same. Like,
still flat.
I don't know how to explain that. It's
Well,
still flat.
look at how airline flight paths are.
Mm,
I mean, they'll go from Los Angeles up to the Arctic Circle, then back down to China or Korea and stuff, or Japan. Why
mm.
do they do that?
It's all
It's
linear.
because it's in a straight line. If you look at the flat Earth,
That's right.
it
It's
is a
all linear.
straight line.
I always like flying into the future. Like when I go to Europe, it's always interesting. Like you're
It's great.
flying into the future. It's like,
Uh, that's what I
uh,
thought when I was a kid. Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future.
yeah. And for some reason, I sleep so good in Europe. It's almost like I wish I could figure out how to, do work and make money, grants and what in Europe because I sleep so good and have such fantastic dreams there.
Yeah.
It's like, but it's like, but then I
You
come
ever
back to
looked at
America.
which way your bed is facing in Europe?
Well,
That is fascinating.
I gotta, let me see. Yeah. Cause it's definitely always facing a different way there.
Well, they say with the Zen stuff, you're supposed to be facing east to
I think
west.
it's east to west. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. I'm trying to
Yeah.
figure out where's my room facing here. I'm gonna think where is south? Okay, that's east. Okay, my bed is definitely. I did have it at one time facing east to west, but believe me, my wife, when you have a woman, you buy. I have 4 dressers that I didn't have before. And I'm thinking like,
There's a song in there somewhere.
and
There's a
now
song in
I'm
Four
gonna
dresses
think,
I didn't have before.
there.
and I'm thinking I'm gonna have to buy shoe racks because I've never seen so many shoes. I said,
See,
there's not enough
see,
days in a
dude,
month.
there's a blues tune right there. There's a blues tune right there.
My
Oh
shoe
man,
rack went out the door.
Yep, that's
oh man, but it is quite interesting. And I was working on a video which I didn't finish because I typed in booking bands like and then
Mhm.
started looking for like how to book well, I'm not gonna say it because other people come up with it, but it's booking bands for different events and stuff like that. And
Sure.
and so I was doing the key thing about like, oh, anyway, I'm going off track. Anyway, but too many shoes, too many dressers, and I'm thinking like you're just one person and you're taking up all the space here. And it's just, and I say it's almost time for a spring cleaning, but we've been having a tug of war.
Speaking of space, this is the one of the most horrible segues ever.
Yes.
But we rent space in the Democrats' mind.
Oh yeah.
And just as the Democrat rents space in our mind. We wish they would have better policies. They wish that obviously we would be more, well, I don't know, accepting of alternate realities.
Submissive.
Yeah.
Submissive. There we go. There's a good.
Yeah.
And we come from a different place where
Mhm.
you know we had to be we had to be filled with ingenuity. We had to be filled with intelligence, critical thinking, positive attitude, positive mental attitude. We were grounded in a moral structure, something that held solid and steady for thousands upon thousands of years. You know, even through all of its changes and permutations and stuff, there were constants that stayed true, you know, and were true forever. What I'm getting at now is a situation where all of that is being thrown into what do you call that? Thrown into a situation where it's man, it's being called into question, this whole mess. So
Mm.
what is it we do? How do we fix this stuff? How do we because we could sit here, we could talk about this, that, and the other. We could do our
No place markers.
crap. We could do our talk about anything. But lost my train of thought. If we don't get out there and vote, we're screwed.
Yes, I know. Definitely.
How dare you?
So you started running for House District number 5.
Yeah. Oh, and
Mhm.
my website for that, I should start putting that thing in there now.
Totally.
It's now Johnny, JOHNNIE, capital J, HD5, capital CO.com. So I shortened it up. I shortened it up. I probably couldn't shorten it up anymore. So that's the new website. And what I'm going to do is I wrote what I basically changed some things, updated it, but then I put it in the chat and then it gave me like a little bit of their version. And so I'm going to use that for now. So the bio up there, it does have a donate button up there too. And it has a place where you can sign up an email to get more information. And so I'm doing that. And I'm also going to see if I can run to be one of the delegates to be at the RNC this July, because I know Randy Corcoran, he's one of the leaders in the GOP over in Colorado, and I said, yeah, I have a feeling. Okay, let me show you the guy. Okay, I took an Uber to the caucus last Saturday. Well, not the caucus,
Right.
but it was a meeting for Republicans. And it just so happened that the lady who was driving me, she was from Pueblo. Now our meeting is going to be in Pueblo,
Oh,
and I'm
yeah,
thinking like,
yeah.
and oh man, me and my wife, we went around and around because they had the option you could stay overnight at the hotel. And she's, oh no. But then I said, okay, then we'll just drive up there the day of, start out 6 o'clock, or because I think it opens up at or 7 o'clock, and get there at 8:30, whatever. So
Right.
we're gonna drive it there. But it was like just so many things happening to be in New York when and to be in the Trump Tower when he's coming down the escalator. I said, is that coincidence, or is that, because I mean, she just said, hey, let's stay in New York for a while. And we did, and it was the most interesting thing I've ever done in the United States so far. I've been in a lot of places. And so, when I had that thing with that lady Uber driver, I said, what are the odds that we're having this going back and forth about going up to Pueblo, and then I'm going to take an Uber to the meeting, and she's from Pueblo. It's like, I said, so okay, so maybe God said, go, I'll bring the money, because they're saying that to go to the July thing is going to be around $5,000.
That's
I know
absolutely.
when we go to Europe, yeah, we could easily hit that.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm thinking like within the United States, what are they going to be doing there? It's gonna,
Well, that's just stuff that I'm sure they have all planned out for you guys. 5,000 is actually rather cheap. I mean, because I've seen functions that go for $5,000 just for a plate.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
When I took my daughters to Atlanta to the blind convention
Mhm.
back in 2007, we went through $3,000 like it was water, but that was three of us, right? I was feeding them,
That's right.
every day, 3 times a day, 2 times, whatever,
That's
wherever
right.
they wanted,
Right.
and and we went through that money like water.
Sure.
So I'm thinking 5,000, and I'm a different person. I don't think I'm going to be eating that much, but who knows?
Yeah.
So anyway, if, knocking wood and all that kind of stuff. That's all that's happening. But let's get to now the one of the fake reasons they said that they kicked out Ronna McDaniel was saying because she's a voter denier, right?
Yeah.
Fake news, right? Because if they have to kick her out, does that mean that anybody else who has denied the elections, they'll kick them off too? Or is it just certain people? Or do they want her to kiss the ring and then kick her out? Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
There are a number of different videos out there that really tie this up. And some of them are really kind of hard to find. I did find one here. Let's see if I can get it to play.
Zoom meeting. 12 minutes.
Oh, the 12-minute. Oh, good.
Search with your voice. Search region. Notification. Main region. Complementary region.
And also, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to like, share, support our show with your donations down there. Like I said, go to teesprings.com/InnervisionFM or teesprings.com/Tony with the N, the letter N as in Nancy.
Yep,
Anytime
and
you're
I
ready.
guess you're in the cleaning now.
Oh,
Terra
Terra
Clean
Kleen.
products.
Yes.
Use the code TK414 at checkout when you visit TERRAKLEEN.com.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I always forgot about the Terra Kleens.
That's right. Well, let's check
Yeah.
this out real quick.
Okay.
Okay.
Nominee. And you can have the election stolen from them.
How can you win with Russian interference?
That's the
That's
real
what I'm
thing.
scared about
No,
in 2020.
but rightly.
Because I
Right.
think he's an illegitimate president that didn't really win. So how do you fight against that?
You are absolutely right. He is an illegitimate president in my mind.
Would you be my vice president? Folks, look, I
I
absolutely.
wish I could see the video here of this.
He lost the election and he was put in office because of the Russian interference.
Trump knows.
Jimmy
he's
Conrad.
President.
The president or elect, although legally elected, is not legitimate. I don't see the president-elect as a legitimate president.
You said you believe that Russia's interference altered the outcome of the election.
I do. And we have a president who, if in fact it is proven, has been assisted by the Russians and may in fact not be a legitimate president. The one thing that Trump, 1 minute, 2 seconds. When it comes to his being president, is that finally we will see how illegitimate his victory actually was.
I have an objection. I object to the 15 votes from the state of North Carolina. I object because people are horrified.
He's an illegitimate president.
Do you believe Trump is a legitimate president?
What I believe is that there's no question that the outcome of this election was affected by the Russian interference.
This
There
is
absolutely is a cloud.
12 minutes of this.
So that legitimacy is forced. Yes, that was a very tainted election. And that's.
They don't even take into the effect of the fact that their special counsel couldn't find anything of the sort except from the other side.
This is interesting because this first minute or so of these clips lay the groundwork for even more of their denial. They start talking about Al Gore here in a bit, and the hanging Chads argument. This is for an older generation. You know, for the younger generation, they don't have a clue what that's all about. But you know, this is not a new thing where Democrats question elections and find it to be perfectly legitimate to do so, which it is.
Yeah, and I want to bring it up again. We have 16 states where you don't have to have a ID, and somebody said that there was like 200 electorates that they account for, but they're all in blue states, and so if you have that, and then they said it was like another 11. I forgot exactly how he put it. That didn't have that you could just bring in your gas bill or something like that. You don't even have to have.
Oh,
I mean,
right.
Yeah.
Right.
And so that's 32 all to get. Let's see. Did it say it was 32, 10, 20, 26? Yeah, 26 around that number. So it's like I a lot of things I don't believe like should be federally done, but I'm thinking like if you can't get that welfare check, it's almost like the people that are not working, a lot of them, they can certainly go vote, even though they say they can't work, they can certainly be active in voting and voting for their best interests to keep on the government dole, so to speak. And you could easily, and they seem like they're more easily manipulated to go that direction to get the welfare check or get the whatever they're getting that they think is better than working. Because it just irks me when I see like a 20-something-year-old person sitting on the sidewalk saying in a very timid voice, "Do you have any change to spare?" And then I asked my wife, "Are there any for hire signs?" And there's Target or something like that, $18 an hour, spare change. Get up your ass and go in there and apply.
Right.
And it's like, gee. So illegitimate, yeah, there's a lot of illegitimate things going on, and so. NBC. A lot of people say, "Well, I'm never going to watch NBC ever again." I don't watch it now.
Yeah, never
Yeah.
have.
Yeah, so and especially as it's that black lady, I forgot what her name is, but she I seen like little clips of her, and she's so what she says is so stupid. And like I said, she's just a talking head with a strip in front of her, and they pick out the people that fit into their
Narrative.
their identity politics. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
right. And if you can read good and you look like you're really Venom, and then the View this week, the View. They showed that clip of when they lowered the bill, and they were so mad. The women in the audience, what they lowered it from $400,000, $400,000 to only 175 million. That's terrible. And I'm thinking like, who are you people? And so I guess you can't get mad at it, because if they were to get into reality, it would shake their world. And who knows? I once knew this lady. She was married to a millionaire, and the guy wasn't treating her right, so she left. And her friend couldn't get out of bed for a week because she couldn't understand, even though the guy was treating her bad, why she would leave a millionaire. And so I said, "Wow, she stayed in the bed for a week." I said,
These
"Okay."
people, these left wingers, I mean, they are terrified of Trump getting back into office.
Yeah.
Terrified.
Yeah.
They're pulling out all the stops to get him off, to keep him from being reelected. They're pulling out all the stops. And he may not get elected, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be president.
Yeah, yeah. Because what was it? One of them said, like, you have to be in these cases. You have to be, the person has to be in court. But you realize he's getting all this publicity. In 2016, they were giving him all this free publicity, thinking, he's not going to get in. This time, they're doing the same thing.
Yeah, and the more they try to bite him, the more they get bit back.
Yeah, and they're
Everybody's
thinking,
flocking to him.
they're
They
thinking
see what's going on.
They said, well, we're reporting bad news about him, but they're still giving him free advertisement.
Yeah.
So
this is his campaign.
Yeah. So he's just making the best of it. This one judge, I guess he's trying to gag him for the New York one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Stormy Daniels one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's gonna be interesting. And then the guy who I guess was the guy that he paid back for the lawyer. I mean, he lied sometime, and he says that they screwed him over. So let's see if he'll be a good witness for the other side, because he had to spend.
He's a proven liar.
Yeah, he's purged himself and everything.
Yeah,
and so it's gonna be. I don't know. It's just these are some interesting times, and Vivek, I think he'll be the best one for 2028. I was thinking like Ron, but I don't know about Ron.
Vivek he's a plant.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well,
he's the
just
Democrat.
kind of came out of nowhere for sure.
Well, they had video back when he was like younger, and he was I guess questioning somebody. But I mean, it's funny
You're
how
talking about the truther movement, 2000 9/11 stuff. When that video, is that the video you're referencing?
For house, but he was in the audience and he asked a question of some politician, and I forgot what that was. Was that? And I've seen so many videos, so it's like it rotates in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
no.
But when I upload,
we'll just have to see what happens today.
When I upload this one on YouTube, I'm gonna put what you just played, because I broke it up in 6 minutes. So I'm gonna put one in front of it, and then I'm gonna put the other one in back of it.
Perfect.
Oh man.
Is that the one that you were wanting? Was the one that I found?
Yes.
That was a little bit hard to find, buddy.
I know. That's why I cut it up and I put it on my computer, because it was like and I told you about that. I was trying to find out information about that, and it gave me all the arguments. I said, I don't want the arguments. I just want the names of those people in that video.
Hopefully
And
Geek didn't take it off your computer.
oh yeah, no. I have it on I got it on a hard drive.
You
So
got it on an external drive?
yeah, I got it on an external drive. No. I'm not leaving that to my computer. No. So yeah.
I always kind of wonder about that when I have when I call certain services, like the one you were talking about, but of course not the one you were talking about. Wink, wink. When I call certain of those guys, and they've got access to my entire computer, and they're like, American flags, conservatism.
Oh man.
I gotta wonder what some of these folks think, man.
Yeah, because like I said, like I was telling hey Joe, it was like almost like that a Star Trek where they accelerated the speed of their lives and stuff like that, and Spock stayed behind to do repairs, and it felt like that. Cause I said, wait a minute, this guy just over here, this and then I saw my team viewer, and then I had to put in the chat. I said, why did you take away my team viewer? Because I just put it back on, and then now they said, oh, that was just part of it updating itself. And I said, it didn't look like it was updating to me. It looked like it was it
taking it off.
It took it off. It's like, but okay, whatever. You know. So far so good. You know, it's it hasn't been stopping 3 times. Knock on wood. We'll see how long this lasts. So anyway, so yeah, like I said, on YouTube, and then I might even try to put that on the other pages as well for Thursday and Friday. So
They've got
stay tuned.
some pretty good deals. Stay tuned for Tony Negus. He's a what would you call him? Indie recording or?
Yeah, it's an indie R&B, something like that. Got a new code. If you want, you can also, even if you don't live in the state of Colorado, we're gonna air it on an iPhone, or we might even do it on my laptop. His show on April 25th at the Roxy Theater. You can get your tickets. You got to get your tickets, and it's going to be myafton.com/Tony. That's with the I, Negus with the Negus, and then when you get down, when you're about to pay, there's a code which I gotta go ahead and get, because I always buy some tickets too, and the code is 315 for $2 off online, and then if we have tickets in person, it'd be $1 off. So yeah, so get your tickets. We got that code, and it's only good up until the 4th of April.
It's like the 4th of April.
Yeah. So get your tickets now. So it's and use the code. Oh, code is Tony 315. So so there you go. So we got a lot of stuff going on. All right, man.
So we promised you a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot more to come during the spring and the summertime. Gosh, man, did you get a hold of that guy in the Springs?
Yes. Yeah. You'll have some time a couple of days from now. And like I said, if I don't have any more problems, then we'll see, because
Cool.
Mr. Spock was working on my computer.
Sweet.
And we shall see if that works. Something I was going to say about Thursday and Friday. Man, it slipped my mind about Thursday and Friday.
Well, Easter's coming up, folks. I want everybody to have a good Easter. So Good Friday's coming up. That's also important.
Yeah, and I have a special one for Friday, the history of Easter. So that's going to be on the platforms. I got to remember to put it on all the platforms, because it's just not YouTube.
Yeah.
And we got 5 more subscribers. I wish I could find out more about them, like where they're coming from, where they're from, and all that kind of stuff. So I can
it's helpful if folks go ahead and like videos, leave comments down below. It helps.
Tell us where you're from. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's really cool if you tell us where you're from, because this way we're interacting with you. We get to know you and this kind of thing. It's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely, definitely. And who knows? We'll do some t-shirt contests. I gotta send some t-shirts out now to Tony for his upcoming concert. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be interesting. Yes,
Yeah.
very interesting. So anyway, yeah, happy Resurrection Day.
Yeah.
And the next time we see it, it'll be after the celebration of he's risen, and
Yes,
Hosanna,
indeed.
he comes in the name of the Lord, and all that kind of stuff. Read the book of
Yes,
John if you
indeed.
can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the book of Luke or the book of Matthew or
Read
or any of
them all. They're all good. They're
yeah,
all good.
yeah, definitely. All right, so you know what? I did record the show. So anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah.
my memory. All right.
Well, God bless you. Hey, Joe. God bless you, Johnny. And God bless everybody in the Intervision FM universe. And we will see you, God willing, on Monday.
Yeah,
Next
definitely.
week, guys.
All right. Yeah.